But first, a Wall Street Journal article out today reported that Washington lawmakers are growing increasingly concerned about President Biden's mental acuity and his memory. Now, most of those lawmakers are Republican, but they are talking about something the American people have seen for themselves and tell pollsters that they are worried about. And that article wasn't the only challenge for President Biden today. There was also the very public, very painful testimony about the president's only living son. For the first time in the country's history, the child of a sitting president is on trial, a trial brought by his own father's Justice Department. The case is technically the United States versus Robert Hunter Biden, but today, at least, it looked more like Biden versus Biden. There's not a man alive who would relish the thought of his exes taking the stand against him, but Hunter Biden got a double dose of that experience today at his federal gun trial. Prosecutors questioned his ex-wife, Kathleen Buhle, who said Hunter had a serious drug problem when they were married. She said she found drugs or paraphernalia about a dozen times, including a crack pipe in an ashtray on their porch back in 2015. Jurors also heard from Hunter's ex-girlfriend, Zoe Keston. They started dating in 2017, the year before Hunter Biden purchased the gun. She testified she saw him smoke crack every 20 minutes and that he tried and failed several times to get sober. Hunter Biden faces 3 felony charges, not about his drug use, but on 2 counts of allegedly making false statements and 1 count of an illegal gun possession. It all goes back to October of 2018, when prosecutors say he lied about his drug use on a federal form when buying a revolver. He checked a box and said he wasn't currently using illegal drugs. Hunter has pleaded not guilty to the charges. Let's go right now to NewsNation's Joe Khalil, now live for us outside the courthouse in Wilmington, Delaware. Joe, the testimony continued for a second day to be very graphic about Hunter Biden's drug use. How is the jury taking all this?
Yeah, it did. This is what we had been warning about, Elizabeth, that at some point the testimony was going to get very visceral, very raw, and that is exactly what we saw today. I want to just share a bit of news before we move forward on that. Just at the end of the trial today, the prosecution said they've got 6 witnesses left, but that they think they can get close to finishing tomorrow on their side. Color me skeptical. It's a lot to do. It's ambitious, but that's what they say. Now, the testimony today that really was impactful, as you laid out already, the ex-girlfriend and the ex-wife. And keep in mind, the game for the prosecution isn't just to establish that Hunter Biden was a drug addict. We know that. He wrote a whole book about it. Their goal is to just bring the jury in to just how deeply his addiction was impacting his life, and that he was such an addict to the point where he had not had control of himself at points and committed a crime by lying on this gun sheet. That's why you saw today the sort of redundant but really emotional testimony. The ex-wife saying she was nervous for her own children, her daughters, to get into a car that Hunter drove because she was worried they were going to find crack cocaine, powder cocaine, crack pipes in that vehicle, which she says she found multiple times, ultimately leading to their divorce. And then you had the ex-girlfriend, right, talking about how there were drug dealers she called scary coming over to their home. She shared pictures and videos that were pretty explicit. At one point in a bathtub, Hunter Biden with a crack pipe in his hand. So those were the kinds of things that obviously, if you're the Biden family, if you were Hunter sitting there having to relive all that, it's uncomfortable, right? But that is the prosecution's game at this point.
Yeah. All right, Joe Khalil, thank you. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.